All right, boys, we're here with break number 514. It is a full case of Bowman Chrome. I apologize for the slight tardiness. Blowing up the air mattress gave me about as much trouble as some of those Panini or Leaf boxes or packs. I was going to say, going to bring up the break real quick and then we'll get rolling. Good luck to everybody that's in this one. The team is going to be on the left. The pseudo overhead camera is going to be on the right. You'll get more view once the box is broken. Actually need to switch the bounty. It's actually at 90. We did get a 1-on-1 last break, but it was out of luminaries, which I will explain again while I'm fixing the bounty number here. It's in the low number boxes, or if there's a guaranteed 1-on-1 in a box, they do not count. It's more for superfractors. It's more for something that's a kind of a 1-on-1 that's very, very rare. So that's kind of where we're going at with the 1-on-1. My plans this weekend with the free time after I get some of the shipping out, is because I already have the last Bowman case and the Football Origins from yesterday already packaged up. I have to get Allen and Ginter. So I'm going to try to send all that stuff out tomorrow evening along with this break and the break that we just broke before this one and the Mosaic Choice. I'm going to try to get everything out by Friday night, Saturday morning. To get it out to you quicker. That way, if you want to sell your singles or your autographs from the Bowman Chrome, being that it's a new release, you guys will be able to, and you'll get it relatively quickly. That's what I was really hoping for. I was hoping the random would be done too, so we could do that for the random as well. But the random has like no movement. We took 8 spots to start, and then we're stuck with 20 spots for almost 24 hours. I guess like I could try to mini random spots, but I feel like I don't know, it's a brand new product. I don't like to run minis as it is. So I don't know what to do about that situation in particular. But other than try to tell you guys, let's fill it up. And I think there's a lot more value in Bowman Chrome than what has been for trade so far on maybe eBay and whatnot. Not actually the app whatnot, but just words whatnot. Look at my man Cowerkin Jr. here. Charm City, Ben Baller did the card. Got 4 boxes there. Up top. There is 12 boxes there, I promise. Make sure you get to rub on the ones that are covered up. I did the great big pyramid wall yesterday, and I just didn't like the way that kind of worked out, so we're not doing that this time around, I don't think. Slide these all over a little bit, and let's get rolling into the first box. Like I said, good luck to everybody that is in this one. Probably going to be taking options for maybe personals of Bowman Chrome at a lesser price than what 325 is for sure, especially if we're not. We fill these 2 pick your teams pretty well, but if we're not filling them within 24 hours, I'm going to probably be okay doing some personals for some things just to keep the moving, because I can always get more Bowman product. I know there's people that have asked me about personals. There's too many boxes in each box for anybody. There's no configuration. Each mini box is going to have 1 autograph and normally has 1 parallel in it. The last case, it was pack number 3 for the autograph. So we'll see if that ends up being the same or not. Normally it's like set up per case how it is. 3's wasn't always the answer last year, but we'll see how it goes. Good luck to everyone. We got Jaron Duran to start us off. Jake Berger. Alex DeJesus on the shimmer. Early and often getting first shimmers. Hopefully we can get more shimmers than more Bowman first shimmers than non-shimmers. Yesterday we got a lot more prospect shimmers than Bowman first. So shimmers thick, they are thick. Who would have thunk it? On the DeJesus shimmer, then we're going to have Vasquez and Yasser Mercedes. Kelnick. Starling Marte. Shades of Greatness, James Wood. Danny De Andrade and Balcazar. Jeremy Pena. Kyle Lewis. Mackenzie Gore on the purple. It's going to be 135 out of 250 going to the Padres. On the Mackenzie Gore. Nice purple. Victor Acosta. And Samuel Nunez. Giancarlo Stanton, C.J. Abrams, Wander Franco, Shades of Greatness, Alexis Hernandez, and Angeles. Juan Soto, Nolan Arenado. These have like a very grainy surface over here. I don't know what's going on with those last couple cards. We got Brett Batty, Luis Rodriguez, and Marco Luciano. The last pack of the first mini box, we got Matt Manning, not Max, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., CJ Rodriguez going to the Athletics, and that's going to Tom Scarberry on the 112 out of 499. Going to the A's, we have John Kenzie Noel and Max Mayer. So it looks like the third pack does have the autograph again. That's good news, because then I can just open them all now, because I'll know where the autograph is at, so I can put it in the last bit of the opening of everything. See if this goes a little bit quicker if I open everything and then go through it in more than 5 cards at a time. Thinking it'll go a little bit quicker. All right, we have Marcus Semien, Stephen Kwan, Elijah Dunham, Adrian Placencia, Fernandez, Edwin Cabrera, Edward Cabrera, Cal Raleigh, Andrew Painter, Jose Rodriguez, Noelvi Marte, Gavin Sheets, Ketel Marte. We got Matt Manning on the Teal Ray Waves. Going to the Tigers, and the Tigers are Robbie Coleman, 103 out of 199. The rookie pitcher. We're going to have Benny Montgomery and Christian Hernandez. We're having a revolt by the rookie cards there. We have Aaron Ashby, Khalil Watson, Mike Trout, and this is a Mike Trout refractor going to the Angels. 322 out of 499. Going to Natalie and the Angels. Luis Rodriguez, Marco Luciano, Gabriel Arias, Jose Miranda, Jay Allen, Alexis Hernandez, Angeles, Miguel Cabrera, Jonathan India, and behind India we're going to have Vaquero. It's going to be a 121 out of 299 speckle to the Nationals. And Thomas Foost getting the Vaquero. Here's a big boy hit. I have no clue how to say his first name properly. We've got Pineda and James Wood, so I'm not going to even butcher that bad boy. Nice hit for Thomas. I don't even know if he's in here, watching or not yet. That's always a good way to get started. It's always a solid way to get started with the Vaquero. He said yay. And now Foust is no longer getting any more Bowman Chrome. No, just ruined it for everybody. Speaking of football, we will be running the Mosaic Choice baseball after this, but there's a football break that has a few teams left that needs to be filled. If anybody wants to see some football broken tonight after this baseball break and another baseball break, we got Josh Donaldson, Cabrian Hayes, Nick Gonzalez, Colson Montgomery, Wes Cath, JD Martinez, Pache, Williams, Hassel, and Denzer Guzman. We're going to have Mookie Betts, Andrew Vaughn. Uh-oh. We got ourselves a screwdriver, and it's a Willie Vasquez going to the Rays. The new parallel, 16 out of 75. Only because it reminds me of when you mix vodka and orange juice together and you get a lighter tint of, well, it's supposed to be, it's probably like Sunbeam or Sunray or the Montreal Screw Job. I don't know. I don't know what this parallel is actually called. But a nice hit there on the Willie Vasquez for the Rays. Put him up until we get more autos here. We have Acuna, Blaze Jordan, Royce Lewis, Valera, Shane Baz on the fuchsia. 148 out of 299. Have Simone Juan, Prieto, Suzuki, Hunter Green. Came into the league, Jason Dominguez, Nick York, Ricardo Cabrera, Bryce Harper, Joey Gallo. We have a Yentry Rojas on the True Gold, 41 out of 50. Going to the Padres. And that's going to Tom Scarberry, part of the closing teams. Another nice hit there. Starting off strong. Kuva and Jordan Walker. I'm surprised he plays with grills in. That sounds like that could be a waste of money. I'm just going to say. One bad hit ended up with a messed up grill. Yeah, I really do like the way the new refractor colors look. I'm being honest. The Mint Berry Crunch and the Screwdriver. Two of my new favorites. We have Luis Gil, Vidal Brujan, Moreno, Vera, Lonnie White Jr., Jordan Alvarez, Max Scherzer, Jay Allen, Roderick Arias, Khalil Watson, Acuna Jr., Madrigal. We have Christian Hernandez on a 250 for the Cubbies. It's going to be 108 out of 250 going to Tom Scarberry. And the Cubs. Zavala, Gutierrez, and Chris Bryant. O'Neal Cruz, John Kenzie Noel, PCA, Anthony Volpe, Juan Soto, Nolan Arenado. We have another Jonathan Mejia for the Cardinals. That's going to Thomas Fust on the shimmer. I think there's a defective ass box of 35 points. Jay Allen, Sal Frelick, Contreras, George Kirby, and we got Samuel Munoz for the Dodgers on the autograph. And that's going to Tom Scarberry on the Munoz. I think he's one of the big international signings too, right? Fannis and Drew Baker. To wrap up that mini box. Into box number 3. I'm actually curious to see what happens with the Nationals because they have a lot of good prospects after that Soto trade too. Like if they set it up right, they should be good. In like 3 or 4 years, they should be like absolutely nasty. Oh, the Thanksgiving was okay. I guess kind of quiet about it. I've been dealing with a stomach bug the last couple of days. That's why I really wasn't around during the day. I was sleeping because I couldn't sleep last night. And it's one of the reasons why the break was so late yesterday was my stomach was all messed up. I actually almost shit myself. While we were breaking yesterday at the back end of the back end of the Bowman Chrome when we got to the last the recap. I almost skipped the recap because I thought I was gonna poop myself. But I didn't, so it's always good. Probably would have made for a good blooper on film. We have Julio Rodriguez, Castro, Austin Wells, PCA, Volpe, Brujan, George Springer, Edie Capet, Jay Allen, Sal Frelick, and Max Scherzer with Luis Gil. Oh, I mean, I feel fine. It's just, yeah. 222 out of 499. Just after I eat, I have to make sure I'm within the next hour or so around the bathroom. So it is what it is. I don't know if I ate something bad or whatever. Carson Williams in the top 100 there for the Rays. We have Polino, Lorenzo Acuna, Roismir Quintana, Montgomery, Acuna, Chris Bryant, O'Neal Cruz, Lawler, Pedro Pineda, James Wood, Nick Madrigal, Yordan Alvarez, and we got my man Jackson Merrill for the Padres. Going to Tom Scarberry. My goal is to try to get Jackson Merrill, Colton Cowser, and a couple other guys before they get called up in the offseason. Not this year, but maybe this year if I got enough money to swing. We got Eric Hernandez and James Triantos. But thinking about trying to get them in for a signing. Because Jackson Merrill's from the area. Colton Cowser and them, they come up to do some stuff because they're Orioles players, so. Finally got a real card of Jackson Merrill. By real card, I mean that's actually him. The other one is not him. I don't know how Topps messed that one up where they have got a card of a guy that's not actually the guy, but they sure did it. We got Ryan Mountcastle, Mike Trout, Deloche, Luis Rodriguez, Luciano, Albert Pujols, Velade, Carson Williams, Hernandez, Angeles, Ramos, Joe Ryan. We have Jarren Duran on the photo variation going to the Red Sox. And that's a nice one for Rob Gervin, who is a Sox fan, so I think he can just appreciate the card, even though Duran has not been what Duran was supposed to be. Nonetheless, got him in the good old shopping cart or laundry basket, whatever the hell that is. We have Acosta and Samuel Munoz. Munoz. I mean, Chris, there's nothing stopping you getting some Bowman. You got Matt Olson, Shane Bays, George Valera, DeAndrade, Balcazar, Kyle Tucker. Got Pete Alonso. Wrong Churio. No, Jason Churio for the Cleveland Guardians. And this is a 148 out of 299 on the Sapphire Fuchsia. It's not Sapphire. Fuchsia Shimmer. The Shimmer's always throwing me off. I can never remember the Shimmer name. I don't know why. Thank God they're not a huge part of draft. We have Vasquez. I never get through draft then. Yasser Mercedes. Mackenzie Gore. We're going to get ourselves a green here. I can see it. Paul Goldschmidt and Diego Velasquez. 20 out of 99 on the green going to the Giants. And Greg Wolf. Yeah, so this one didn't tag anybody, and then I don't think people got notifications. The only reason it didn't fill. I don't know what, like I said, I don't know what's going on with the random. I have no clue why the random's not filling. But that is also up and, well, not filled. John Kenzie Noel and Marcelo Mayer, which isn't a big deal. I just don't want it lingering around forever either, because that's never any fun. Oh my God, what is going on? Stupid Bode cards. Sorry, we had a small avalanche on the side where I have to put the cards to, because for whatever reason, the second boxes have had cards that are bowed in them, which is never an issue once you get them sleeved or top loaded or in the team bag. They normally straighten out by the time they get to you guys, but coming out of the packs when they're bowed, it's a pain in the ass when you're trying to stack them on the side. They'll fall over. We got Bo Bichette, Gabriel Arias, Brett Batty, DeCont, De Los Santos, Machado, Arenado, Perez, Vasquez, and Weimer. Crawford, Brandon Marsh, Harry Ford on out of 499 here going to the Mariners. The Mariners are Dave Klosick, 140 out of 499. Carson Williams, Jose Ramos, Carson Williams again, Joe Mack on the Invicta, Tavar, and Wilman Diaz. We have Juan Yepez, Christian Yelich, Jose Ramos, Bin Cho, Max Muncy, Jose Altuve, Jose Ramirez, and we're going to have a 79 out of 99 Drew Baker. Going to the Rays. Rays belong to Dave Klosick. And Drew Baker autograph. Edward Perez and Alvarez. Tell you what, this so far, these 4 boxes have had probably as much color autograph-wise, if not more color than the last case. I'm not saying the last case was bad, because the last case had a orange in it. But so far, you're talking about 2 greens, a Vaquero, and then a gold Rojas. Plus, almost, if you haven't noticed, almost every mini box has had 2 hits in it. Outside of the autographs, like 2 colors. So I don't know. I haven't been saying anything because I didn't want to jinx it, but you're right, Austin. There's been a little bit more color in this one so far. You have Steven Kwan, Durant, Nelson Velasquez, DeAndrade, Balcazar, Semien, Colson Montgomery. We're going to have J.D. Martinez out of 150 for the Red Sox. 47 out of 150. I'm also going to let you guys know when the cards are bowed, I'm going to side swipe like this because it's really hard to pull. I mean, it's not hard to go like this. Vasquez, yes, or Mercedes. They just don't want to stay down very well. We got Edward Cabrera, Cal Raleigh, and we have a Brian De La Cruz rookie out of 99. 53 out of 99 going to the Marlins and John Albrecht. We have Fernandez, Plasencia, Cabrera, India, O'Neill Cruz, Colton Cowser, Christian Hernandez, Jose Miranda, Aaron Ashby. We got Blaze Jordan going to the Red Sox. On the Purple Shimmer, and that's going to be a 170 out of 250. Oscar Colas, Curtis Mead, Gavin Sheets, Ketel Marte. We're going to have Sully Mattis going to the Royals. It's going to be a 19 out of 100. Going to Kansas City in the Arizona Fall League card. .35 must have stuck in that open 55. I must have put in there by accident. So I guess the insert, I don't know how much the insert autographs go for, if they're worth, I know they're worth less than the first, but I don't know if they're worth more than like the Jackson Merrill or not. I'm not against insert autographs, but I know they don't hold the same value. I think they're something to make it a little bit different. We had Rodriguez and Noelvi Marte there. But the hits just keep on coming. I mean, that hobby box right there had 3 hits in it, so. sure they already had the cover art design, but I'm surprised they still went with Khalil Watson with all this stuff and issues he had with the whole pretending to shoot the umpire with a gun and all that stuff. I'm really surprised they left him as the cover athlete. It is what it is. We got Joey Votto, Rafael Devers, Velasquez, George Valera, Aguero, Anthony Rizzo, Jazz Chisholm Jr., Colton Cowser, Harry Ford, Quintana, Rodolfo Castro. We're going to have Matt Chapman, and we got a Canary Yellow, Eloy Jimenez, one of the White Sox, Robbie Coleman. It's going to be a 46 out of 75 on the Jimenez. We got Verdugo, Perez, Josh Lowe, Nelson Velasquez, and that's going to be a 2 out of 50 on the Velasquez. Invicta for the Cubs. I almost put it just to the side until I realized the gold was in there. Nice hit there for Tom Scarberry and the Cubbies. Morabel, Reckley, Luis Gill, Brujan, Warming Bernabel on the green shimmer. 33 out of 99. Going to the Rockies. Wes Kath, Wilfred Veras, George Springer, Julio Rodriguez, and we have our autograph, Sebastian Espino. 168 out of 499 going to the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are Tom Scarberry. Hernandez and Rojas to wrap up the mini box. So 3 hits there plus the auto. Guess Austin is just that guy, apparently. He's just calling it how he sees it. It's kind of crazy, though, I must say. You know what's been crazy? The World Cup. I don't know if anyone's paying attention to soccer or not, but there's been some massive upsets. Absolutely massive upsets. Chris Bryant, O'Neal Cruz. We're going to have Thomas Farr on the speckle for the Reds. I forgot to put this pack at the back. My bad, boys. We're doing the autograph early and often this time. Going to the Reds. The Reds belong to Tom Scarberry. I'm surprised Kyle Bowman ain't scooped them up. Thomas Farr autograph there, though, on the speckle. Got Juan Cuva, Alvarez, Max Scherzer, Moreno, Denzer Guzman, Colson Montgomery, Ron Acuna Jr., Nick Madrigal, Pineda, and Blaze Jordan. I have Robert Hassel, Roansy Contreras, George Kirby. We got Eric Hernandez for the White Sox. 165 out of 199. And that's going to the White Sox and Robbie Coleman. I have Jordan Walker, Acuna, Jackson Jobe, Victor Acosta on the Invicta, Cabrera, Prieto, Soto, Arenado, Colas came in the league, Edie Capay, and Nick York. Yeah, the United States should have probably won that game, but it happens. It is what it is. Five boxes in now. Get into box number 6. I mean, the Germans lost, so it's Better than what the Germans did. So as long as the Germans can beat, tie with Spain and beat Costa Rica, they should still advance, but it's going to be hard. Because I just don't think the Saudis would have to tie Costa Rica, I guess, and not get murdered by Spain. I don't know exactly what the tiebreakers on the World Cup. I don't think in the group stage it's not head to head, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I can't remember. Got Randy Arozarena, Bo Bichette, JJ Blade, Victor Acosta, Munoz, Brandon Marsh, Manny Machado, Jay Allen, Greatness, Noel, Mayer, Ramirez, Crawford. We're gonna have Luis Gil. It's just a refractor. Like it's not numbered. I don't think it's a photo variation. Is it a photo variation? Put it to the side for right now. I'll figure it out afterwards. D'Andrade, Balcazar, Melendez, Yepes, Noel, Fernandez, Plasencia, Torkelson, Bryson Stott. We have Joey Weimer, 102 out of 299 on the Fuchsia Shimmer. I think it is too, because I think he's throwing a ball in all of his pictures, but that's like a really, I don't know, that's not a super nice photo for a variation. We got Jose Rodriguez, Noelvi Marte, Christian Yelich, Jose Altuve, and we have Daniel McElvany, one of the Red Sox, and Rob Gervin. He must have went into that turkey coma like he said he was going to. Normally he's not in here, but gets another Boston hit. He was a little dry other than one hit in the first case. We have Vasquez and Mercedes. I mean, I agree with you, Austin. It has to be a photo variation, but I just... Wander Franco, Corey Seager, Cole Henry, Colton Cowser, Hernandez, Otani, Tatis Jr. With Luis Rodriguez, shades of greatness behind him. Oscar Colas, Curtis Mead, Salvador Perez, Freddie Freeman. Got Jordan Walker on the 210 out of 499 going to the Cardinals. And Tom Foust. We're going to have Duncan and De Los Santos, Peguero, Matos, Carson Williams, Ramos, Alec Bohm, Aaron Judge, Khalil Watson, Hedbert Perez, Francisco Alvarez, Eloy Jimenez, Baez, and we have a Yanquiel Fernandez, 13 out of 50 gold mini diamonds. One of the Rockies, and Tom Scarberry. Now, personally, I think the Rockies are the most underpriced, underrated team in the entire break. Like, I think that the Rockies should be a higher priced team. The only reason I don't have them higher priced is because if I put them way higher, then nobody else would buy them. And they would just sit there. But that is a big hit for the Rockies. I think the Rockies, and I guess maybe it's because of the Rockies. I'm not really sure. We got Willie Vasquez and Weimer, but they have a really, really good checklist. And I think people are sleeping on them. That's going to show. I think the Rockies are going to be what the Brewers were in 2022 Bowman is. Right now, they're going to be low, but some of these prospects are going to get to play in rookie ball to start the year. And it's going to be a team that goes up in price. It's my personal opinion, but we'll see what happens. The Rockies have been doing very, very well at signing international talent. And Joe, I'm not sure why I didn't hit in the first case. I have Nick Lodolo, Alec Thomas, Landon Knack, Ryan Reckley, Hernandez, Bobby Witt Jr., Wilson Contreras, Jay Allen, Veras, Morabel, Josh Donaldson, Dylan Carlson, and Nelson Velasquez for the Cubs on the speckle. Going to John Cullison, 70 out of 290, or not John Cullison, going to Tom Scarberry, 7 out of 299. Colson Montgomery, Wes Kath, John Kenzie Noel, Artiga, Acuna, Blaze Jordan, Mookie Betts, Andrew Vaughn. Got Jay Allen, Kuva, Jordan Walker, JD Martinez, Christian Pache. Got my man Charlie Welch for the Mariners. That's going to Dave Klosick. Got quite a few Welches yesterday, too. And Hassel and Guzman. You have Semien, Stephen Kwan, Hunter Bishop, Carson Williams, Ramos, Cabrera, Raleigh, Capay, Perez, and Alvarez. Gavin Sheets, Ketel Marte. Bryce Harper, speaking about him earlier, going to the Phillies, and Mike McGarity. 112 out of 250. Harper. You got Tavar, Wilman Diaz, Jose Miranda, Ashby, Acuna, Bergala, McLean. This is the first Bergala we've seen. Bichette, Gabriel Arias, Artiga on the shimmer. Mesa, Velasquez, Cabrera, India, and we got a Cal Conley autograph for the Braves. Going to Michael Becker. On the Cal Conley. Obviously part of 21 draft and didn't have an autograph. Cho and Max Muncy. Wrap up box number 7. Into box number 8 here. At least tonight I'm not forgetting the mini box. Last night, though, like I said, I was struggling. I wasn't feeling good the entire time, and I was like, not the day to be not feeling good. On Bowman release day. Or Bowman Chrome release day, I should say. Now it's about to be a Christmas craze for the next couple days. Just look at some of the prices of the... I'm going to give you guys some homework that's watching. What is it, 6 guys in here? Tomorrow, if you look around the internet at card stuff and see how much stuff's on sale, you'll know how much, especially for football and basketball, you'll realize how much money some of these places are making off cards. We have Guerrero Jr., Pena, and why the prices are so high. It's because of greed. It's not because of they have to be. We have Weimer, Colton Cowser, Mayer, Marte, Matt Manning, Blaze Jordan, Oscar Colas, Curtis Meade, Jake Berger, Jared Kelnick, Eddie's Leonard on the speckle. It's going to be 149 out of 299. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't make money run their business. I just think that sometimes you don't need to make 500-600% markup. We have Don Kahn, De Los Santos, and Jackson Merrill. But that's going to make it hard, and it's going to drive up the cost in general because places like Panini and Topps are seeing how much they can charge. We have a Alec Bohm out of $4.99 going to Mike McGarity, $3.51 out of $4.99. Got Carson Williams, Jose Ramos, Edward Cabrera, Cal Riley, Marcus Semien, Jackson Jobe, Hedbert Perez, Alvarez, Quan, Jaron Duran. We have Alexander Ovales, maybe? 282 out of 499 going to the Rays. And Dave Klosick. Have Weimer and Vasquez. See, we have runaway piles because of the Bode cards. Judge, Jimenez, Owen White, Hernandez, Triantos, Alec Thomas, Alec Bohm, Panetta, Benny Montgomery, Acuna, Wilson Contreras, Nick Lodolo, James Triantos for the Cubs, and it's going to be 184 out of 250 on the purple. Going to Tom Scarberry. Yeah, Pedro Pineda and James Wood. Josh Donaldson, Brian Hayes, Jackson Jobe, Alexis Hernandez, Angeles, Kyle Lewis, Pache. We got Nick York on the green shimmer going to the Red Sox. Rob Gervin. Going to be a 93 out of 99. Have Acosta, Munoz, Carlson, Bobby Witt Jr. We're going to have a Junior Sanchez for the Miami Marlins, and no one's complaining about him having autographs in here like they are Jackson Chourio. Junior Sanchez just wants some love, guys. Nice hit here for the Marlins, and the Marlins are John Albrecht. We have Luis Rodriguez and Marco Luciano. So wrap us up. And box number 8. Let's get into number 9. Nick Lodolo, Alec Thomas, Bay, Tavar, Wilman Diaz, Bobby Witt Jr., Wilson Contreras, Curtis Mead, Cho. We have Max Muncy, Brian Hayes, Dylan Carlson, Ellie De La Cruz for the Reds. It's going to be a 115 out of 250 on the purple. Top guy in Bowman 2022. One of the Reds. We have McLean and Bergala. Phillies. And Andrew Vaughn, JD Martinez, Wilman Diaz, Garcia, Jackson Jobe, Joey Gallo, Mookie Betts. Jackson Chourio on the shimmer. Going to the Guardians. Jason Dominguez, Garrett Mitchell, Christian Pache, Josh Donaldson, and we got a Simone Muzziata. 26 out of 250 on the purple, going to Mike McGarity. We have Luis Mesa and Velasquez on the last two cards. Yeah, we've definitely been a little light on Twins, I can say. There's a few other teams we've been a little light on. The Yankees, we haven't barely even seen any Arias base first, let alone a good Yankees hit. Got Lewis, Harper, James Outman, Eddie Leonard, Lawler, Suzuki, Hunter Green, Ellie De La Cruz, Confidant, Artiga, Trey Turner, Josh Lowe, and we have Hedbert Perez on the speckle. Going to the Brewers. Brewers are John Collison, 172 out of 299. We have Mejia, Akiro, Joey Bart, Jordan Lawler, Bobby Witt Jr. 358 out of 499 going to Tom Scarberry and the Royals. Nice little hit here. Bobby Witt. Yeah. Jason Churio. Didn't want to come up off the mat. We got Trey Turner, Henry Davis, Joe Adele, Luis Robert, Francisco Alvarez, Zach Veen, Warming Bernabel, Brian De La Cruz, Francisco Lindor. We're going to have Alex De Jesus and then Ricardo Cabrera for the Reds. Going to Tom Scarberry. What do you mean by busted? I've never had any issues with top loaders, but if you do have issues, just message them and tell them that the product you got was defective and they'll replace it right away. If you have an issue, let me know and I'll message them. But normally the owner is pretty good about replacing that stuff. So if he does give you an issue, let me know. But he shouldn't. Because they're not like a big company like Ultra Pro. So it's still like, I think it's still the husband and the wife pretty much runs the whole thing still. So if give you an issue, let me know and I'll message them for you. Sorry, I know some people left and came back because I was going to drink and it probably looked like the camera froze. So I apologize for that. We're on box number 10. First mini box for anybody that just came back in. I wasn't watching. We got Mookie Betts, Andrew Vaughn. Have Cole Henry, Junior Perez, Harry Ford, Bryce Harper, Joey Gallo, Acuna, Rojas, Verdugo, Hunter Green, Royce Lewis. We're going to have Christian Pache for the Athletics out of 25. 21 out of 25 on the orange. One of the A's, and that's Tom Scarberry, part of the team's closing. Not a bad consolation for picking them up, part of closing. Did get an autograph early on, too. But out of 25, Christian Pache, and I just don't think he's going to pan out. I try to defend the kid over and over again, but he just can't hit. We got Reckley and Hernandez. Out of 25s are dope, period, but Pache, I think, is a bum. We have Lindor, Trey Turner, James Wood, Colson Montgomery, Wes Kath. Just calling it how I see it. We got Joey Bart, Brian De La Cruz. We have Edison Polino Going to Rob Gervin on the Fuchsia Shimmer, 14 out of 199. I guess the real question is, tomorrow I'm going to pick up some HTA. I should have 3 cases of it in hand tomorrow. I'm going to run 1 case of HTA, and then I'm going to split it in half with Hobby. I think I'm going to do 6 Hobby and 6 HTAs. I think is how I'm going to roll. Robert Hassel, Denzer Guzman, Lowe, Suzuki, and I'll mix in. We have Danner, Cuva, 89 out of 499. I'm going to start probably mixing in different sizes too to see if some of the people that don't want to spend hundreds to get in Bowman but want to spend a little bit less money might want to get in there. I'm going to probably start throwing in some mixers too. Cuva going to the Rangers, and I think the Rangers are part of Tom's plethora of teams. They are. Veras and Moroble is the first mini box down. The only thing about a single case of HTA is the skunk rate is a good chance to be high because it's only 36 cards, 36 autographs. It's kind of high risk, high reward. So that's the only downside to running only HTA. So got Joe Adele, Luis Robert, got Bay, Acuna, Jordan, Votto, Devers, Andrew Painter, Danner Cuva, Walker, Anthony Rizzo, Jazz Chisholm Jr., and Brian Acuna, 180, 164 out of 499. I know it's not an autograph, Austin, but here's still something, Twins. On the Brian Acuna out of 499 refractor. We have Simone Want, Prieto, Khalil Watson, Noel on the Invicta Campos, Yiddy Capet, George Springer, Julio Rodriguez, Henry Davis, Mendez, Ellie De La Cruz, Rodolfo Castro, Matt Chapman, and we have a JoJo Blackman, 87 out of 250. He just goes on there and signs it as Joey B. That don't even look like a JoJo. That looks like he's just signing a Joey B like he's Joe Burrow. I didn't know he's handing his cards off to Joe Burrow. Getting a little Joe Burrow signature on here. That's what it looks like, does it not? I don't know if anyone's seen Joe Burrow's short signature, but his shorthand looks exactly like that on the JoJo Blackman. You have Nick York and Cabrera to wrap us up. On that box. Get in the box number 11. I just don't know why you would sign Joey if your name was JoJo, but maybe his name's actually Joseph and they think he goes by JoJo and he really goes by Joey, so everyone's just a dick calling him JoJo like he's some sort of dog. It's actually what I used to call my dog, to be honest. I went 2 for 3 in dog custody in my second divorce, so you know. The little dog went to the ex-wife and his name was JoJo. Well, his name was originally Joey, but we ain't having 2. There's only one Joey in the house. know what the hell's going on here that these cards are all bent the wrong way. Can't with Bowman sometimes, man. Got George Kirby, Ronald Acuna Jr., Tenna, Wood, Benny Montgomery, De La Cruz, Luciano, Pineda, O'Neill Cruz, Contreras, and behind Contreras, we have Nelson Velasquez on the mint. I think it's actually teal, but looks like mint. 121 out of 125. Bro, I don't even know what that was. I was like, yo, this. I was like, there's a thick. Like, I was like, are there booklets in Bowman? Because I was like, this is thick. But it was just cards the wrong way. You got Angeles, Luis Rodriguez, Mike Trout, Giancarlo Stanton, Lawler, Marcelo Mayer, Acosta, Valade, Mountcastle, Jordan Lawler on the shimmer. Going to the Diamondbacks. We have Leonard Balcazar, Noel, Nolan Ryan, Bryant, C.J. Abrams, Juan Soto, Emmanuel Valdez, one of the Astros, Steve Samiego, which I'm sure somehow this guy is probably going to be an absolute monster stud of a player. Don't really know too much about Valdez, but sure that's what ends up happening because the Astros seem to develop everybody in their farm system. We got Munoz and Hernandez. Box 11s, mini box number 2. Kyle Tucker, Pete Alonso, Logan Davidson, Sal Frelick, PCA Reed Detmers, Byron Buxton, Christian Hernandez, Lorenzo Allen, Pena, and Kyle Lewis. I mean, look at how bad this one's bowed. I'll try to put in a top loader to fix it. Steve, since he's a big Astros fan. I mean, it's trying to bow the top loader is what it's trying to do, but it's in there. Let's see. And we're going to get a Mintberry Crunch Jay Allen. The Reds, and that's going to be a 76 out of 125. Mintberry Crunch. Box was just kind of a goofy box. Got really bowed cards, which stinks, and then you have that backwards pack. Got James Trientos, Polina. What I will say is none of the firsts have been bowed. It's only been like base cards of like veterans. We got Starling Marte, Mayer, Max Scherzer. Does have a print line across it, but it's 393 out of 499 on the refractor. Going to the Mets and Tom Scarberry. Victor Acosta, Munoz, Jake Berger, Jared Kelnick, Artiga, Noel Mayer, Matt Manning, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And we have another Alexander Ovalis going to the Rays, and Dave Klosick. Yeah, Acuna and Hernandez. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but nonetheless, into the last box, boys, down the home stretch. We will still break Mosaic Choice afterwards. So why the hell not? We'll have more Bowman Chrome tomorrow. Just invite your friends, invite your family. I'll just say the 5 of you in here. Not your family. If your family don't get into cards, don't invite them. Only your friends that get into cards. I don't do the invite people and then giveaways, because what happens every time I did is you end up with, like, I had a buddy of mine, he doesn't really collect cards, like, was going to get back into it with his son. He invited like 40 people. They were like his cousins and stuff. None of them get into cards. I was going to say, I want you to invite people to get into cards because I think this break group's better than other break groups. Nobody else, maybe on the internet they might want to smoke. Nobody wants to smoke in person. Mostly because I'm going to bring Austin with me, and he's going to Donkey Kong you at 6'8". I have a boxing match tournament at the next national of breakers. We got Gavin Sheets. I'm just kidding, but I think it'd be good entertainment. We got Marte, Zach Thompson, Tavar, Diaz, Cabrera, India, Velasquez, like old school UFC tournament style. No weight classes. Juan Bin Choi, Juan Bin Cho, Max Muncy, Miranda, Aaron Ashby, Ellie De La Cruz out of 99. One of the Reds and Tom Scarberry. Got 2 of these Ellies now, 4 out of 99. We have Matt McLean and William Bergola. We're going to have Machado. Who's a redemption in here? Rosarena, Christian Hernandez, Jackson Jobe, Garcia, Brandon Crawford, Brandon Marsh. We got Trey Sweeney on the shimmer. Garrett Mitchell, Dustin Harris, Bo Bichette, Gabriel Arias. And we have Bowman Chrome Prospects autograph, Eric Henderson. I thought we have an Eric Henderson autograph, though, don't we? Didn't he sign something earlier? Maybe we had a parallel. I could have swore he signed something earlier, but I guess it was a parallel. Let's go into the White Sox and Robbie Coleman on the redemption. Dude, I think there's a lot of money to be made there, Austin. It would be interesting, though, because I don't know. So, Mesa and Velasquez, like guys like let's for instance say like Dan Reed or like Nick Beckfar, they're like smaller guys, right, in stature. I don't know how big Zach Stamps is, but he looks like he's about 5'9", 5'10", maybe. Just some breakers that I know that I mean, if they hear, they hear. It is what it is. But I'm just talking to talk. But a guy like in real breaks, like Tom Kelzuski or whatever his name is, however you say his last name, that dude is huge. He's like as big as you are, Austin. Like I'm big, but Tom's bigger than I am. Like I said, it'd be interesting because there's so much size difference between all the breakers. Even like a softball game or something. Do it like elementary school recess where you pick your like 2 captains and people pick their teams. Just scud in middle, shoot middle on people. I don't know if Tom. I don't know if Foose is in here or not. Come in and first pitch, just blast the other team's pitcher middle. We have Jose Altuve, Jose Ramirez, Tena, Lawler, Dominguez, Yepez, Christian Yelich, Mayer, Artiga, Leonard, Stott, Melendez. We have Willie Fanis for the Mets on the fuchsia. 144 out of 199. We have Vaquero on the base. Confidon. Colson Montgomery. Carlos Colmenares, one of my favorite low-key guys. We got Davis, DeJesus, Tatis Jr., Wander Franco, George Valera, Warming Bernabel, Trey Sweeney, Seager. Got Torkelson with Roderick Arias going to the Yankees. But you love to see at the back end here. Start hot, end hot on the Arias. Still, Jackson Chourio has eluded us. We have Jason Chourio and Mejia. But that is the break, boys. Let's go over the hits. For value in Chrome, I don't think you can argue because I'm going to show you right now the pile of first Chromes. This is just out of a case. Like, look at that stack. That's probably right around 100 cards. Like, that's a lot of cards of first Chrome. So, like, you find your team that has some first Chrome in it, and you're going to get at least a couple of those. There's so much this year of it in there. I think it's more than last year. Let's get rolling through the recap of the hits, as we are very fortunate in this case to have a lot of color. I think more color than normal. There's a thick old big stack of a lot of cards right there too. But let's get rolling. We have Weimer on the Fuchsia Shimmer. Henderson on the... See, I knew there was a Henderson on the Fuchsia. Bernabel on the Green Shimmer. Velasquez on the Invicta out of 50. Canary Yellow Jimenez. Blaze Jordan Purple Shimmer. De La Cruz out of 99 on the True Green. True Blue, JD Martinez. Ford out of 499. Chourio on the Fuchsia Shimmer. Duran on the photo variation. We actually have confirmed that this is a photo variation too for the Yankees on the Luis Gil. So right there's another hit on the photo variation. We got Carson Williams out of 499. Hernandez out of 250. Shane Bays on the Fuchsia. Mike Trout on the Refractor. Matt Manning on the Teal or Mint Ray Wave. Mackenzie Gore on the True Purple. Fanis on the True Fuchsia. True Green, Ellie De La Cruz. Scherzer on the Refractor. Mintberry Crunch, Jay Allen. The Shimmer, Jordan Lawler, and Nelson Velasquez on the Teal or Mint, whatever color you want to call it. Acuna out of 499 on the Refractor. Polina on the Fuchsia Shimmer. Pache on the True Orange out of 25. Bobby Witt out of 499. Hedbert Perez on the Speckle. Jackson Chourio on the Shimmer. Ellie De La Cruz on the True Purple. Nick York on the Green Shimmer. Triantos on the True Purple out of 250. His first. We have Alec Bowman out of 499. Leonard on the Speckle. Shimmer Mejia and the Jesus on the Shimmer. Bryce Harper on the Purple. Nelson Velasquez on the Speckle. On the Screwdriver, Willie Vasquez and Jordan Walker out of 499 is going to wrap up the non-autographs. Getting the autos, we're going to start with the Bowman Chrome Prospects autograph. Eric Hernandez, the base. Alexander Ovalis going to the Rays. Valdez for the Astros. Mattis going to the Royals on the Arizona Fall League out of 100. Kuva out of 499 going to the Rangers. Cabrera on the base going to the Reds. Simone Mazziotti, 26 out of 250 for the Phillies and Mike McGarity. Junior Sanchez for the Marlins and John Albrecht. Alexander Ovelis out of 499 going to Dave Klosick. Cal Conley for the Braves and Michael Becker. Charlie Welch for the Mariners and Dave Klosick. McElvany going to the Red Sox and Rob Gervin. Thomas Farr on the Speckle. 97 out of 299 going to the Reds and Tom Scarberry. Roderick Arias going to the Yankees and John Cullison. Let's get into the back row of autographs. We got my man Joey B or JoJo Blackman, 87 out of 250 on the True Purple, going to the Rangers. And Tom Scarberry. Samuel Munoz going to the Dodgers. And the Dodgers are Tom Scarberry. CJ Rodriguez, 112 out of 499, going to the Athletics. And that's going to be Tom as well. We have Drew Baker, 79 out of 99 for the Rays, and Dave Klosik. Sebastian Espino, 168 out of 499, going to the Blue Jays. And that's going to Tom Scarberry. In the front row, we have Jackson Merrill for the Padres and Tom Scarberry. His first autograph, but not his first Bowman. Diego Velasquez, 20 out of 99, going to the Giants and Greg Wolf. We're going to have Yendry Rojas, 41 out of 50, true gold, going to the Padres. And that will be Tom Scarberry. We're going to have Yanquiel Fernandez, 13 out of 50 on the mini diamond gold, going to the Rockies. And that's going to Tom Scarberry as well. And we're going to have Christian Vaquero, 121 out of 299 on the speckle, going to Thomas Fust. And that is the break, boys. You have a good night and be safe. If you're not going to watch the Mosaic Choice, I guess I'll make a post and see if people want to see the Mosaic Choice still tonight. It is 12:50 already. I'm okay to run it. I'd probably be live at 1 a.m., but we'll send out a message to the people and see what they think. Appreciate you guys. You guys have a good night and be safe.